Hello, welcome to a new video on English 101. Today we will be taking the uses of the present simple. I hope you guys watched on the first episode of the present simple because this will be the continuation of it. Okay, let's go right into our lesson. We've got the uses of the present simple. So, the present simple, we usually use the present simple to talk about habitual or repeated actions in the present. Okay, so habits, as we all know, habits are things that happen usually or repeated, and it usually happens and we don't actually know about it. So like a habit could be brushing your teeth, having coffee in the morning, going to bed early. These are all habits. So we use the present simple to talk about habitual and repeated actions in the present. These actions start in the past. So they usually start in the past, continue up to the present, and might and sometimes occur in the future. So will probably occur in the future. For example, they sometimes go out with friends. They sometimes go out with friends. So here, it's kind of a habit. So sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. This is what we're talking about. So we use the present simple. Farmers get up early every morning. Farmers get up early every morning. This is a habit. So the farmers usually get up early every morning. This is their regular routine, everyday routine. Okay. The next use of the present simple is to talk about things that are generally true or accepted as true, such as scientific facts. So here, it's not only scientific facts, but any type of facts that are accepted as true. For example, farmers grow crops. So this is considered as a fact that farmers grow crops. The second example is the earth revolves around the sun. This is a scientific fact. Scientific fact. So the sun revolves around the earth. The earth revolves around the sun. This is considered as a scientific fact. Okay, that's it for the uses. Now we're going on to point B. Time expressions and adverbs of frequency with the present simple. So here, sometimes in the present simple, we use time expressions and adverbs of frequency. So number one, we'll take the time expressions first, and then we'll take the adverbs of frequency. The time expressions are sometimes used with the present simple, including every day. So here, every day, or it could be every week, or every month, or every year. So here, what I'm gonna say right now, all of them are considered time expressions. Okay. So time expressions are words that show how long something has been happening. Like every day, that means every single day, every week, every month, every year. It could be on Mondays, on weekends, on school days, on holidays. You can name any holiday, on Christmas Eve, on Mother's Day. It could be any holiday. In the morning, it could be in the morning, in the fall, in the first semester, etc. etc. means etc. That means there's lots of more examples, but we can't talk about all of them in the same time. We can't name all of them. Okay, we could also say at noon. At noon, at 3:00 p.m., at the end of the day, in the morning, at the meeting. So all these are time expressions. Okay, here we've got some examples. He works every week. He works every week. He is the subject. Works is the verb in the present simple. tense, and every week is the time expression. I go on weekends. I go on weekends. So I go on weekends. On weekends is the time expression. Classes begin in the fall. Classes begin in the fall. In the fall is the time expression. We finish at 3 o'clock p.m. We finish at 3 o'clock p.m. This is also a time expression. So here we've learned about the time expressions and how we use them and when. Okay. The second one is the adverbs of frequency. So here the adverbs of frequency are really important. They're always, usually, sometimes, seldom, rarely, and never, and etc. There's a lot of others, but these are the most common ones. So they are often used with present simple. So adverbs of frequency is they're adverbs. They explain how long or how recently something has happened. So it could be sometimes, could be usually, almost never, rarely. Rarely, that means like it rarely happens. It's rare for it to happen. Usually, always, seldom, never. Never happens. That means 0%. Never happens. Okay, let's see some examples down here. We sometimes drink tea. We sometimes. Sometimes is the adverb of frequency. I usually work on the weekend. I usually work on the weekend. She is almost never at home in the evening. She's almost never. So you could say almost never and hardly ever at home in the evening. It's also the same meaning. So she is almost never at home in the evening. That's it for this video. I hope I've gave you enough information, and thanks.